No, marriage, for example, a girl, marriage age of a woman is 18.
Yeah, according to the law.
According to law. 21.
Law is 21.
Yeah. But if a person is married at 16, the law does not say it's illegal. It does not say. It only says child marriage. So there are a lot of issues come up that way.
But sir, when you are talking about the sex tourism, unfortunately there are many countries,
Yeah.
especially in Asia, that they are practicing as a government, practicing of these kinds of activities, like in Thailand itself. So Thailand actually depends in, I read the report that one of the financial resource for the government of Thailand is sex tourism. So what is the opinion of the United Nations agencies which is concerned for that thing?
No, certainly that the tourism cannot be at the expense of human beings.
Yeah, I know, but it's adopted, what you can say, as a governmental standard. It is not illegal.
इसका माइक है क्या इसमें? यहाँ स्टाफ में कोई सब आप यहाँ इसमें माइक है इसमें? जी है वो लगाने वाला माइक इसमें कार्ड वाला? See a picture here. There are some children. There's some lady sitting there. Your point. Your pointer. Anyway, there's some lady sitting there. Is it a pointer? No. It's not a pointer. You switch off whole thing. As a child on the lap of the person. It's a home run by an NGO in Hyderabad. This NGO has 330 children. 330. All 330 are under 18. Under 18. All 330 have been trafficked. 85% of them are HIV positive. The girl sitting on the lab, when I took this picture, I went there with my UN colleague, Mr. Gary. The child was running around and she died after a few months. She's no more. The story of the child is she was trafficked at the age of 8. Her father married twice. The second mother did not want this girl child to be at home, so she gave the child for domestic help to a trafficker. Got some money in the pocket. The trafficked woman took her to a brothel and she was pushed in a brothel. She was abused, violated for 4.5 months. Police picked her up. There was some issue of violations of rights, making her a prostitute, sending her to court, all those. Eventually, an NGO and police team rescued the child, and the child has come back to an NGO. By the time, she was HIV positive, and she died. So, if I ask her what is human trafficking, the person who can speak as to what trafficking is, the best person is a trafficked child, a trafficked victim, a trafficked victim. We asked her what is trafficking. She said, first of all, I have been abducted from one place to another place, abduction. Then there was confinement, was not allowed to go, no freedom. There's restrainment, physical torture, mental torture, physical and mental torture. Physical is one, you can understand. There are very many types of physical torture. The guys get excited with smoke, after smoking, drinking, and cigarette butts are put on the body of the person. Just get excited and do all the harm, torture. Then she has been sold like a commodity. I go to the market and buy a device, a remote. I go to the market and buy this by 100 rupees. I have a shop where I sell this for 150 rupees. This is a commodity. I do business, buying and selling. Here are human predators who do the business of buying and selling human beings. So she is sold, she is purchased. First class. अच्छा ये काम लगा सकता है ये कौन है चलो बढ़िया thanks. Then modesty outrages the minimum. Then she is raped repeatedly. She is a victim of sexual perversions. Servitude. She is bonded. She can't move. No freedom. Death bondage. This girl whom we saw, the brothel owner had mentioned a record which says she owes so much money to her. Say 10,000 bucks. When the police picked her up and brought her back, she said, now you have to, your bondage is 15,000 rupees, 5,000 more. Why? We have to pay to the court, to travel, to the food, to the vehicle, to this, to that, together. So therefore, your bondage has gone up. Then, the very important part, access to justice denied. No redressal of grievances. Mac is here, Aaron. I catch him by the neck and give him a slap on his face. What will he do? Mac? He go to the police. Of course. He go to the police. He say, here is the fellow, Mr. Nair, he slapped me. You take action against him. He has a right to get redressal of his grievances. A right. He may be anywhere in the world. The woman is raped, sold, purchased. She has got a right. But that right is also deprived. It's a deprivation of the right of redressal of grievances. Very important rights from the legal perspective. A criminal conspiracy. Conspiracy. Who are the conspirators? Who are the conspirators? How much time I have? 8 o'clock. Who are the conspirators? Yes, sir.
Well, it's every person involved in the chain, from the person that provides the child, the physically carries it, people that purchase it, the people that exploit it, everybody in the chain.
Chain. He mentioned about the persons who purchased, persons who exploited. Anybody else? Stat, Kendall? Yes?
I would say anybody who is complicit in the act.
Very good. Complacent. Complacent in the act. Like,
let's say even you're the landlord of the building where this brothel is.
Absolutely correct. Then, I'm a law enforcement official in charge of the area. I'm supposed to prevent crimes, and I turn my eyes, or I failed my duties. Am I involved? Am I responsible? You are. Excuse me. So it's an excess. A conspiracy involves all of them. Now, you are a student. Are you part of the game? Are you a stakeholder in the process? Are you?
Well, we could be. We talked today about saris, purchasing saris. I mean, if I'm a consumer of saris and saris are made by children that have been trafficked, then
Anchapuram sarees.
We have many cases like that. Nice materials. Why sari? Even the materials which you wear outside, wherever. The production requires carpets. Carpets, if you go to a carpet factory, the best carpet requires, not the machine ones, the handmade carpets, nimble fingers. Yes, nimble fingers. So you have children who have nimble fingers, and that's a carpet factory. So if you are consuming the carpet, you are part of the crime. Sex trafficking, as an outsider, if I know that a massage parlor next to my house is employing girls and indulging in sexual exploitation, and I do not act as a whistleblower, I am duty bound to go to the police station and say, Madam Police Officer, here is something happening. Please take action. So even a conspiracy of silence. I would call it a conspiracy of silence. You may not be conspirator per se, but the silence per se speaks.
There is no any cooperation from individual to, but there is one thing, sir. It was happens with my friends when I was studying in Jordan.
Yeah.
That for the massage, crime of massage, actually, unfortunately, his house in opposite of that place, and he went to the police stations to speak about that.
Okay.
There is no any action was happened there. The police officer, he said that that is a privacy of a job for that place, so we couldn't enter that or interfere for that actions. So how could we describe about the situation? He went to ask to police stations to stop of that actions, maybe whatever it happens inside that offices, but there is no help even from the police. So what we can say that? Is it conspiracy from the police station?
It is. It's nexus. It is nexus. In fact, the very pertinent point, the law enforcement official is involved, that means the entire system collapses. So first and foremost, we need to get together and take action against such deviant behavior. We have classical examples in India where the NGOs got together and made the police act, realize situation, and brought them to ensure that appropriate action is taken. We have examples. My computer is refusing to act.
A small intervention, we have
You'll have to help me out. Who is that person? Huh?
So you press F5. A small intervention, please. F5. We have 20 minutes to go because already you are late for dinner by an hour as per usual time. So what I suggest, let team complete his presentation first, so that later on we can have the interaction.
First and foremost, I am a male police officer, Mr. So-and-so. I go to a place, say a massage parlor or a carpet factory, and I rescue women and come to my police station. I am duty bound to record their statement under the law, whatever they have to say, and then go ahead with the legal processes. One of the requirements of the legal process is recording the statement of the victim. You come and report to me saying that somebody has taken away my hand baggage, pilfered my baggage, was traveling in a bus. I record a statement and do further investigation. You come and tell me that somebody has slapped you. So I record her statement and then go ahead with the investigation. Now here is a crime where women trafficked into exploitation are rescued by a police officer, and he brings them to a police station and records a statement. Anything legally wrong can you think of in this part? Women trafficked into sexual exploitation. Police officer goes, he rescues the women, brings them over to the police station, looks after them, and records the statement and does further investigation. Anything possible? Think of? Can you think of? Anything wrong with this action of the police officer?
She's quite for prostitution.
No, he rescues her. Rescues her, brings to the police station and does the investigation. He does record the statement. Yeah.
By taking her to the police station, it's like ingraining in her mind that she's done something wrong. Almost like,
Well,
almost
as
she's in custody.
I was talking about the law. As for the law, police station is a place of investigation. Nothing wrong in that. So here a person taken at a police station by itself is no crime. Anything else?
She could be abused by the police?
No, that also didn't happen. We respect her, it takes, yes please.
Is it that it's difficult for her to recount what has happened to identify the problems and the issues related to her to give her statement?
Okay. Little more, yes?
After investigation, he let her free. He didn't mind where she is going or what about the...
You're talking about post-investigation. I'm talking only this much part. He, yes.
So there's the issue of rehabilitation, the state of mind of the victim, the care of the investigation, protection while the investigation is taking place if she's a potential witness.
Not that, yes.
Is it the fact that he's a male taking her statement?
That's the point. I emphasize about he. You know, US, you are from the US?
Yes.
US law does not discriminate between a male police officer or a female police officer. He and she both can do any work. Here, Indian law also does not discriminate, but a safety clause, an additional clause in this law dealing with sex trafficking, that a rescued female person shall be interviewed by a female police officer, and if a female police officer is not available, by a male police officer in presence of a female NGO. NGO. What does that mean? You are giving powers to an NGO to be part of the investigative process. Investigation is a legal process. So in the Indian law, a female NGO is becoming part of the investigation. Yeah, it's taking noise now. Good? No, it's okay. That's part of the investigation. Second part. I have rescued a woman. Mr. Stagg Kendall has rescued 5 girls. He works in Delhi. Thank you. He works in Delhi. One girl is from northeast of India, Meghalaya. One girl is from Kerala, south. One girl is from west, Maharashtra. Now what he has to do? He has to do the home verification. Send somebody to Meghalaya to verify what happened. She has run away on her own. She was eloped. She was kidnapped. She was abducted. She was trafficked. Whatever it is. That's called home verification. This home verification is to be done under the orders of a magistrate. The law says magistrate endorse this home verification to an NGO. It's a very important ingredient in investigation. To know whether a trafficked woman has been trafficked, number one. Number two, why she was trafficked, what is the home ambience. You know, the purpose of this NGO verification is not to punish the offender, but for the magistrate to decide whether this girl should be sent back home or not. You know why? The magistrate has to decide whether the trafficked woman has to be sent back to her home or not. Therefore, there is a home verification being done by the NGO. Why does the magistrate have to verify?
Because in many cases the girl child is sold from home.
The parents could be the offenders. The father could be the offender. It could be a broken home where the father could be an abuser. He could be a trafficker. He could be a rapist. Therefore, a mandatory home verification. Who does that? not a police officer. It's an NGO. So there are very interesting provisions in Indian law which gives powers. अभी light off करना, इसको नहीं off करना. But देख लीजिए switch कौन सा है? हाँ बस वहीं रुक जाइए. Yeah, that's.
Thousands of women and children leaving their homes and loved ones for a better opportunity. Do they in fact get these better opportunities? Do they get what they've been searching for? Veena, Rahul, Jyoti. Where are they now? organized crime, we need to be organized. All of us who believe that no human being should be enslaved. No child, no woman, no human person deserves this help. Let us break our silence. Let us break our tolerance to such a crime and strengthen the hands of those of us who are fighting this battle. Come join me in this global fight against human trafficking.
Are you part of the global fight against human trafficking? So this film we developed with the help of three important film actors in India, John Abraham, Preeti and Amitabh Bachchan. When I went to him and went to them and explained the requirement, they were too happy to join us in the mission. Short film, it has gone across the world umpteen times. Of course, I have another one, short one in Hindi, which you may not understand. Short one minute. But this film tries to bring out three dimensions of human trafficking, of responses. The first, he talks about prevention. Then he speaks about protection. She speaks about protection. Preeti Zinta speaks about prevention, protection, and prosecution. Prosecution of the offenders and all those you mentioned, right from the first stage onwards, entire chain. The recruiter, the person who identifies, the person who sells, the person who purchases, the person who transports, the person who finances, the first person who is part of the conspiracy, the person who violates, the abuser. All of them. It's a large chain. So prosecution of the offenders is one. Number two is protection. The rescued person, a boy, a child, a girl, woman, even adult woman, is a person to be rehabilitated, counseled and rehabilitated. It's a major issue, counseling, understanding what the woman needs. I may think she needs to employ herself as something, but she would require something else. So we need to counsel the person, understand the person, and then decide, okay, what she should be doing. Then get on to rehabilitation with the help of business houses, corporates, etc. And third part is prosecution of the offenders. Prevention. Prevention could be in the source areas where they are trafficked from, could be in the destination areas where they are exploited. When you think of prevention in the destinations area, prevention in the place of exploitation, how do we do prevention in the place of exploitation? Can you give us one or two examples? Prevention in the source we can understand. You attend to the pull factors. But prevention in the destination area where there is demand, how do you prevent that? Yes.
Education, awareness, making the public aware of where these goods and services are coming from.
Very good point. Awareness of whom?
To the public.
The so-called violators. We have a case study. In this book I have given a case study of a person who is 18. Studies in St. Joseph's College here, St. Stephen's College here. He went to a brothel, was coming down. I was doing my research, I was going up. I offered him condoms. I said, keep it, it will be good for you next time. He said, I don't need that. Then he became friends, walked along. He said, I don't need condoms. I said, why? He said, I have tried myself. I want to prove to myself that I have grown up. I wouldn't go again. Then I said, you should have used condoms. He said, no. First time, there is no need for condoms. What do you understand from the person? He has no awareness of health. He is totally, blissfully unaware of gender rights, human rights. I asked him, will you do the same thing to your sister? He said, no. A big no. I said, then if you don't do this to your sister, will you do it to somebody else's sister? No, the principles of human rights. Human rights. What is human rights? The rights which I give to myself, I give the same to others. That's human rights. If I have a right that my sister shouldn't be violated, I should give the same right to another sister too. That's human rights. So this part of human rights education, your point is well taken, educating the so-called clients, the people who are there. Last part I would like to touch on a little bit on a rehabilitation. How do we rehabilitate a woman? What can we do? A trafficked woman, like adult woman, what do we do with her? What can be done?
Counseling.
Pardon?
Counseling.
Counsel? Okay, and then what job can you give her after counseling?
What job?
Yes?
So she can be given vocational training.
Okay, vocational training, then?
She can be enrolled for studying further.
Huh?
She can be enrolled for studying further.
Yes, if she is a child or a person who has not studied, want to person study, you can give her enrollment. Then let me show you a picture of a few girls in Ranchi, a place called Ranchi in India. Can you see the picture? All these girls are of the age group 12, 13, 14, 15. All of them would have been trafficked in a matter of 6 months, 1 year. Domestic help, militancy, Naxalism, dash, 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 dash. We got them to an NGO, trained them. They are not educated at all. Trained them to become security guards, and now they are security guards. Are they smart as you are? Like you? Sonal? They are.
My name is Tanya.
Tanya, okay. Name, sorry. Okay. Aren't they? So they see, I am talking about the smartness not on the face, but the smartness within. This girl can never be violated by anybody. That's the courage and confidence we are given to her. She is not available for trafficking. If we could give not me, the NGO, the NGO could give that much confidence and courage, and she is employed with a dignity. So this is what we can do. I am sure many of us can do so many things in our places wherever we go. Another one, here, this woman sitting there, she is HIV positive. She is selling Amul, ice creams. These girls, all trafficked, all HIV positive, now they are making, you know what they are doing? Sari, they are doing the zeri work. What do you call the zeri work? Embroidery. Handicraft, embroidery. They are earning a good sum every month. Here is a huge bridge under construction. Is there any scope for trafficked HIV women here? No? There they are. Nobody knows they are HIV positive. We have quietly put them into the jar and they are there, earning for themselves, life with dignity. It's a laundry in Goa. Have you heard of Goa? All right. Goa has a lot of tourists. A lot of tourists will come there, so there's a lot of requirement for laundry. So around 170 women are running a laundry there. So this is a woman who is running this laundry. She is HIV positive herself. We don't take close-up photographs because we don't want to violate them further. She employs 170 women, all living with dignity. So I am giving you a few examples of trafficking. A few examples of rehabilitation. In fact, this is something very interesting. I don't know, photograph is not so clear. These girls are running a canteen in the office of the police commissioner, Kolkata. I think my other dog is on the phone to come. Yeah. I think it's much. Yeah. We call it the green light area. There's something called a green police. They are doing that. So these girls are employed employed for making coffee and snacks in the office of the police commissioner, Kolkata. We rescued them, and they are working there. Good job. So the sky is the limit. We can do a lot of things. All of us can join hands and we can do a lot of things. I think I will stop here. Any further questions you have? If you are interested in working in human trafficking, be in touch. I'll give my card. You are most welcome.